I'm Jamie Rice, and you're watching ComicsVerse. And I'm here with Mark Frankel, and he has his own comic company, and I'm going to ask him to tell you all about it.
Cool. So I'm Mark C. Frankel of Wayward Raven Media, and we're a small press. We publish a number of comic book lines, starting with Sign C, as well as The Ascendant and Horseman. And as of today, we are now publishing James Emmett's The Committee. Book 1 came out today. In addition to comic books, we actually do children's books, we do web comics. We have a web comic book, which is kind of funny because we rolled all of our strips up into one book for sale, and we do short stories and young adult novels.
Nice. So what kind of comics and what kind of what is kind of like your approach and your philosophy on comics?
Sure. Well, first of all, our philosophy tends to be dead is dead. I'm a big fan of that because, you know what I mean, I get a lot of times it's a product and whatnot and people kind of they want to extend it, but at the end of the day, we kind of like finality. We enjoy when a series ends, so a lot of our stuff is short run. The Ascendant, for example, 7 books, Horseman is 5, Signed is 6. So we like them to end. I mean, we could probably always revisit some of the characters and stuff like that at some point, but I kind of like it when a story ends.
Yeah.
So dead is dead, stories end, and we publish stuff that we're passionate about that probably fits into a lot of cases supernatural, mythology. We're very much into that stuff, but it's not a prerequisite for what we do.
So what is your process behind the scenes to produce your comics?
Hectic? No. It depends. There's 3 of us really who are kind of running the company. I'm the CEO, COO, so a lot of what falls to the operational side of things falls to me. Everything from probably the finance aspect to finding printers to finding artists, that sort of stuff. I do some of the editorial. Joshua L.A. Jones is our senior editor. He's actually our editor-in-chief. So he's part of a lot of the editorial process, which I kick into, but he also kind of takes over that. Alex Saplinzis actually handles a lot of our creative aspect of things, putting the books together, helping get them out. He does a lot of our web presence. They both do a lot with our social media pages, that sort of stuff. So it's a lot of promotion. It's it's dotting a lot of I's, crossing a lot of T's, and it's a lot of fun, but it's hectic too.
So how did you personally get involved in the world of comics?
It's funny. I started out, I've always wanted to write. I've always written. I've taken classes. I've taken some classes with some really fantastic writers. It's something I always wanted to do, but I didn't have the medium right initially. I actually started writing stage plays. And I'm not an actor. It wasn't the right medium for me. But what we found was comics, we can do a lot of what we want to do in stage plays or what we want to do in movies within that printed page. So having that visual medium is just, there's nothing you can't do, which is awesome. We don't do so much of the superhero stuff. A lot of what we do is more, horror or sci-fi or that sort of stuff. So it's I think it kind of falls into a genre that maybe not everybody touches in some cases.
So kind of for a fun question, what's your favorite character you've ever written or you've ever read?
Oh, I grew up, to be perfectly honest, the first comic I ever read was Spider-Man. Yeah. And I'm still a big Spider-Man fan. So that maybe, as far as written, I don't know. The Ascendant's a lot of fun. It tends to be a little more personal for me because it's my snarky side a lot of times. He's an escaped Duke of Hell. And after a millennia or two of debauchery, depravity, he starts to feel some remorse, starts sending the bad guys back to hell. And he's very jaded. He has a very acerbic sense of humor, as anyone who I think is born and raised in hell probably would be. So, I get to get a lot of my frustrations out in that, I think.
Yeah. And lastly, once again, what do you want to promote?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What do you want to promote today?
I would like to promote James Emmett's The Committee, which is brand new today. One of the things we do as a small press is we don't just do our own stuff, we do other people's stuff. So James Emmett's book came out today. We have issue 1 here and available today. It's also available on our website for folks who can't make it, which is waywardraven.com. But come check it out. It's a race against time. The doomsday clock is ticking down. Throw in some aliens, some demons, and magic users, and shake them all up and see what happens.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm Jamie, and you're watching ComicsVerse.